fucking stream that I haven't been recording. Hey, welcome everyone to Talk About It Tuesday. I'm pretty sure that's not gonna affect anything. Okay, so let's get into it. I have been researching the DGX and RTX Spark. I've been a little curious as to is that something I might own? Something I might get used in 5 to 10 years? Probably not, from the looks of it. Starting prices, well, $5,000. $5,000 I don't have, nor would I ever begin to spend. So yeah, odds are I will probably never have one, even to review. Although that would be cool. I would love to put it through my daily use case and see how it handles. Will it run RuneScape on maximum detail while streaming, while recording, while Facebook scrolling? Will it? Can it handle all of these things simultaneously? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it can. The fucking toaster can do that. So, I recall back in the day when I was playing RuneScape on my first generation computer. It was a Dell Dimension 2350. Total piece of crap. But it was good for the time, Nice little starting computer. And at this time, I had a bunch of junk parts. Just general parts that I had laying around from computers that people were throwing away. I collected quite a few. And I had assembled one into a functional system that I had set up at my desk, but behind me, so I could be on one account on my main computer and then turn around and play on my side account or alt account, whatever, with ease. And this was in the era of when RuneScape still asked you, do you want the low detail or the standard detail? It wasn't do you want the standard detail or the high detail? It was like, hey, can your computer handle this, or is it like pre-2000s and it's gonna struggle bus the entire way? So for my main computer, obviously I could run the standard detail no problem, but on the spare computer, I had to always run it in the low detail and could not handle. As I recall, it was a Pentium 3 700 megahertz with maybe 128 megabytes of RAM. That was living back then, so probably somewhere in that realm. I don't recall ever having a system with less than that. And that would be obviously DDR or SD RAM, PC 100 or 133 if I recall. The good old days. Sweet nostalgia. Okay. So, in recent events, I upgraded my streaming computer from a Intel i3 4th gen to an Intel i5 4th gen. That's netted at some nice little performance gains, and it's pretty much just been running streams non-stop with zero lags. Perfect. That's what I've been wanting all along. This is all going according to plan. Anyways, it got me thinking though. If I were to invest in something like a DGX Spark or an RTX Spark, uh, or just a new computer in general to aid with my streaming prowess, my takeover of the streaming world, if you will. Sorry. Um, oh, fuck. Think about world domination, and all of a sudden I'm a fucking vegetable. Let's see. Yep, nope, I got nothing. You know what that means. Time for some brain aid. So, that's what I was talking about. Oh, yeah, that's right, that's right. Well, it's all in there. Ooh. Wow, that's exactly what I was thinking of. Anyways, considering the DGX or RTX Spark, I was honestly curious because it comes with a pretty hefty price tag at $5,000. How how easy would it be to build something of comparable spec, especially for that price point? Because I was thinking about it from my standpoint, someone who has built many a computer for both myself and others with both new and used parts. Who would I actually recommend that to? First of all, it's going to be a very niche customer. They're going to need to know that they have a $5,000 budget right off the bat. Not everyone's going to be that person. I know the fuck I ain't. Oh, shit, you're lucky to get $1,000 out of me. As for use case, because that's what you want to know. Are you gonna build it correctly for their use case? They're gonna need to have some serious requirements. They're basically just gonna need to, hey, I need to run my own LLM. That's it. Like, that's your only customer for that. Or I need to be able to run 100 virtual instances simultaneously. That's your two use cases. So I don't know. I don't see the justification there. I know for $5,000 I could easily build a machine that's fucking screaming. I mean, what does the DGX even bench? Let's see. I'm curious. I want a comparison. DGX Spark. Oh my goodness, I can't type. Spark. Benchmark. Yeah. Level 1 text right off the bat. Saying, compared to the Ryzen AI 395 Plus, which you can find for less than half its price. So, I know that it's a 20-core CPU. We'll use this as a comparison. So, oh, hold up. Let me pull up my screen here so y'all can share in this adventure. And there we go. Oh my goodness, that's too much. That's too much. Get it down. Everything's chaos. Do 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 do. And there we go. Okay. Let's see. What? How many times does peanut butter come up in restaurant planning conversations? Is it a hot topic? Okay. CPU benchmark. Let's see. Search for your CPU model. Okay. So the 395 benches 55025. And what does that look like? It's 16 cores hyper-threaded. So this actually does the same performance in 4 less physical cores. Alright. Let's see. Moving up the chart. What can we get that's better? Quite literally a list of CPUs. Holy fucking shit. So I can actually get a CPU that's almost double the performance. "32 cores, 64 threads." Okay, so that's just unnecessary. There's no need for that level of compute. Is anything in here actually consumer grade? There's an older Xeon, looks like. Xeon W. Epics. Xeons. And Threadripper. Threadripper. I want an actual, just like Ryzen 9 or an Intel i9. Apple M3 Ultra. Ryzen 9 9950X3D. Cool. So there are options. Oh my gosh, are you serious? A Ryzen 9 9950X outperforms. Are you fucking serious? What would even be the point then? Hold on. I need to know. How much can I buy one of these for right now? Are you serious? I can literally go buy a better CPU. Alright, that's it. I'm hopping on the fucking Micro Center website here and seeing how much I can build a DGX killer for. Let's see. Intel AMD bundles. Let's have a look-see. We'll just scroll all the way down because I know that's where they keep the juicy stuff. Here's a Threadripper. It's a little above what I'm looking for, actually. I think that 7970X. Oof. Let's see. Survey says yeah, that's a 100 fucking. Oh my goodness. That is so much CPU. Why would you even need that? So yeah, definitely step down from that. Let's see. 9960X. Okay, so that's basically a step up from the DGX Spark right there. Let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna want to do a kit. It looks like because they don't include any 128 gig kits. So Okay, let's look at our top bundles here. That one would work. That's more performance too. So this, and that's okay. Let's start here. So we have a 16 core hyper-threaded DDR5 6 gigahertz. Are we using integrated graphics on this? Okay, so I want to add this, but I want the parts of the bundle so I can, let's see. Okay, so what is this RAM? Here we go. Okay, so we're only going to have half as much RAM just because I don't feel like I would never use 128 gigs of RAM anyways. I feel like, yeah, I probably should. Do 2x48s, 96 gigs. Okay, yeah, we'll just do that. Let's see what kind of RAM they do have. I need large capacity here. Yeah, we'll look at that too. Okay. Let's sort by price load high. That's the cheapest option we have here. Oh really? Kingston. Oh right. I need DDR5. Gotta specify there. So here's the Corsair Vengeance that they're going with. CL30 dual channel. Ooh. I see. So wait, what was this? Okay, so we're doing 2. Yep, we're doing 2. Fuck it. So there's $2,000 of our budget. Let's see, I need AM5 and don't really care about anything else. Let's go high to low. Actually, no, we'll do low to high and see if we have any good options down here in the budget end that would still be comparable. Ryzen 9 9900X. Ooh. Yeah, this was a contender. Okay. 16 core. That's the cheapest 16 core. Yeah, let's do it. I think this is the one that I was looking at, right? The 9950X. I wonder about the 9900X then. Because that actually saves like $100 or so. Okay, so it is still. I see, I see. Yeah, so either one would. This is at 480. I mean, at this price point, what's $40 for the extra performance? Fuck it. Okay, so yeah, we're going 9950X. Okay, so we want an 870 or an 870E chipset. Let's see. PC parts. Motherboards. AM5. That's all? Wow. Okay. Let's start from the bottom. 650 and whatnot. No, no, no. Let's see. Chipset. 870E. 870. I don't know, what's 850 look like? 840? What's an 840 look like? $850M, fuck yeah, I can get a micro board and do this shit in a small form factor. Refurbed. See, I don't want a refurbed. Okay, so that wouldn't work. That would. Just the cheapest. That's got a low rating. I don't want no fucking poop board. 850M. 840. There's an 870. Okay. Gigabyte. MSI. It's an 850 though. Here we go. No. Hmm. 870 Steel Legend. Ooh. So it looks like we're paying about $200 for a board here, no matter what. Let's go back to that like $180 option or whatever it was. I don't think that was a refurbished. I don't remember seeing that on there. Actually, I'm gonna take out that. I'm not sure if these are supported actually. Okay. Asus 870 Prime. That'll work. No, and that's the one I was looking at. Yeah, we'll just go with that. Supports 256 gigs of RAM, yo. Okay. Let's look at our cart here. Yeah, it's a little okay, so you're getting the board for free with that basically. But you're getting the step down. Yeah, that RAM's not worth it. No, I'm taking that off. Remove. Okay. So here we got 28 gigs of RAM, a 9950X, 870 board, and our total is 2700. So we can fill out the rest of that list. Let's see. I don't know, what kind of graphics do you think that has? We'll just look at the fucking top end. Why not? Let's see what the best video card for $1,000 is. High to low. We'll start at 12K and work our way down. Really, I could go up to 2K here. I have quite a bit of budget for this. So here's 2K. And these are workstation cards. 5080. AI Pro 9700. What the hell? Okay, so 5080s I can get. We can get pretty cheap with these. Here we get into 5070s. Okay. So yeah, $1,000 definitely the sweet spot here. V70 Creator, 32 gigs of GDDR6. I don't know what would even be the better option here. I'm not even on this end of content creation. I would never use it. If you just continue down the rabbit hole, fuck it. How cheap can I still get decent performance? Let's see what compares to a RTX 5080 versus 9070 XT. Okay, looks like I want the 9070 anyways. So how cheap can I get a 9070? 9060. Okay, so $700. Sounds about right. Some fucking ASRock one. Yeston. What the hell is Yeston? Honestly, let's just go for that higher end AMD card then. Get that for 809. Yeah, okay. Fuck it. We're going with that. We don't need to go fancier than that. So how much power requirement am I at here? It's like a 300 watt CPU. I don't know. How much power does this require? La-di-da-di-da. 800 watts. So if we go with a 1200, we should be good. Probably go up a little bit just to be safe. The higher the wattage of the PSU, the better the efficiency at lower wattages. At least keep that in mind. Get a big power supply when you can, especially when they're cheap. Don't buy them when they're fucking through the roof like everything is right now. Actually, I don't think power supplies are outrageous right now. No, let's just go 1300 and up. I'm not gonna fuck around here. Most popular. Lowest price. That's my most popular. Starts at 300. Works up from there. Okay, Seasonic. Yep, that looks good. Or we could do that. 1600 watt. Nah, we don't need all that. Is there a cheaper Seasonic? I'll take a cheaper Seasonic. Corsair. I think I've heard good stuff about these. And that's 1500 watts, yeah. Fuck it, let's do that. So we have power supply, motherboard, RAM, GPU, storage. You need a terabyte of storage. Continue shopping. Really don't need a terabyte of storage because I have more than that already just chilling at home. But whatever. Trying to match parts here. Or match specs as much as possible. Really no fucking point to, though. Okay, I need internal SSDs. And 3. And most popular by price. So starting at $200 and working up. Let's see about some 2 terabytes. Not fuck around with the ones. See what real storage looks like. Not this puny 1 terabyte shit. Cool. Sold. Okay, got storage taken care of. The only thing remaining is a case. PC parts and case. So we're definitely going to have to go full ATX here. Where is your form factors? There we go. ATX. Most popular. I'll show you most popular. Yay. Yay. Okay. Let's look at our cart here. We're $800 under. We've spec'd it for RAM. We've spec'd it for CPU. It's got a dedicated GPU extra. It's got a terabyte more of storage. So yeah, you know what? In the interest of just getting as close apples to apples comparison as we can, let me just grab that 32 gig card. I have the budget for it here. So if I was at 42 and I took out 800, that leaves me at 34. Meaning I have 1600 to work with to stay in budget. $5080s. I'm looking for the AMD card though. I know I saw it. Here we go. Cool. What kind of power requirement does this have? 750. Actually lower. View cart. Okay. So that puts us pretty much on par now. Oh, we got an extra terabyte of storage. Yeah, it's a little bit bigger. Definitely not the small form factor that they're making, but this one shines a lot more. It's got character. The unified memory is hard to beat. I don't know how much that's actually going to advantage it in the scheme of things, but I don't know. Time will tell, I guess. Now, that being said, I put together a DGX Spark killer, if you will. Really not a killer. It's basically just the same thing. I don't know. I feel like because I'm comparing a CPU with the same level of, because if you maxed out the CPU right on the DGX Spark, because it's all unified, you wouldn't have any overhead for graphics, right? Are you? How does that work? Honestly, I'm a little curious. Okay, GB10 Grace Blackwell. Let's see. Versus, actually, I want to see it versus a 5080. Okay. Here we go. Floating points higher. ROPS, that's about the same. Ray tracing's higher. Okay. So yeah, the looks like the 5080 can definitely outperform it. That's that same website. I want to see another source. Let's see what the good old Reddit has to say. Okay. For 5090. Okay, so people are saying they don't know what to compare it to. Sounds about right. I'm gonna say that the card that I have thrown in here is good enough. I mean, you're working with 32 gigs of GDDR6. Oh, and it's all AMD. Oh, it's such a beautiful system. I would love to have this system. Now, for my use case, definitely overkill. Not worth it. I would literally just be wasting money. If I were to seriously consider something like this, here's the first change I'd make. Here's the second change I would make. Mainly because I have one already. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't know, I'd probably step down from 64 gigs of RAM even. That's that's probably where I would sit with this. That's a nice fucking meaty workstation that's gonna handle what you're gonna throw at it 10 times over. If this doesn't suffice what you need, you have a problem, not me. I mean, at this level of performance, we're basically talking a personal data center by 10 years ago standards. Like, you can't possibly need that much. If you're like, okay, so the biggest thing that I see in response is if you're running an LLM or you're doing like video editing work and you need the performance to cut down render times and whatnot. Okay. One, are you rendering stuff all day and night? Because I understand number go down mean good. If you're writing it off on your taxes or whatnot, cool, more power to you. Blow the money where you can. If you're not, though, if you're just a Joe Schmo like me, who's making videos in their free time, something like this, and trust me, I see so many people rush out. They get that lump of money from whatever, they quit a job and they get their 401k cashed out. They win the lottery. They fucking kill someone. Or whatever. You get that lump of money and you're like, "Oh, let me go buy a new computer. I want something that's going to be future proof. I want something that's going to last for 10 years." Okay, well, look. First of all, you don't need that. What you need is a budget computer that you're going to upgrade for 10 years. If you even choose to. And the reality is, most people would be totally fine on the budget end of today's computers, maybe with a beefier video card. I said it. I had a lot of people, like, I would say over the last 5 years for sure, but last 10 years in general, who I had a hard time recommending that they get a PC. Because the console experience was just that good. And look, I'm a full PC gamer. Granted, it's only RuneScape and, a handful of other things that I've dabbled my toes into. But that's my take on it. I don't think you should run out and buy a system like this by any means. Even if you're a content creator. The use case for something like this today is 100% if you're running an LLM. You're running an LLM or you have serious video rendering requirements that will actually advantage from number go down. You're not going to see this performance in gaming. You're not going to see this in browsing the web. You're not going to see it in using I don't know, pretty much fucking anything. The only scenario I can see outside of that where you are using this amount of processing power is if you're running multiple virtual instances. And considering I don't think most of you watching this even know what that looks like to do, I don't think you're in that market. Shout out if you are. Hit me up. We can talk. But, yeah. Need to change my batteries here. I honestly don't even know how much I've been hitting this. I've been trying to keep it to a minimum because I'm making a video, but I don't know, talking tech gets me worked up. I got some opinions, yo. I've been doing this shit for basically my whole life, right? I've been building computers since I was like 7 or 8 years old. I bought new computer parts with my grandmother's credit card off a Tiger Direct way back in the day. And I built my first computer out of new parts. It was a Pentium D, 3.4 gigahertz, with 2 gigs of RAM, if I recall. It would have been DDR2 RAM. Likely 800. No. 1333, I think, was the popular at that time. Fun fact, I had actually gotten a ECS motherboard that supported front-side bus changing. So, long ago, when I had built this system and was learning how to do everything, I experimented with overclocking. And I actually turned the front side bus on this system from 800 megahertz, I think was what it came with, to 1333, which caused my CPU to naturally overclock to 4.4 gigahertz. It was unstable as hell, but I didn't understand that. If it would run for 20 minutes and I could use it, I thought it was fine. So I had a 4.4 gigahertz Pentium D in like 2010 or 2008 or whenever the fuck that was. I don't know. It was a long time ago. I had to show a guy because he didn't believe at the time. I literally brought this computer to his house and set it up on his kitchen table so that he could see it power on and say 4.4 gigahertz. And then boot into Windows. That was his first thought, and it definitely would have been mine had I understood at the time. Like, there's no way you have a Pentium 4 core at 4.4 gigahertz. Okay, so all of this madness aside, we're not spending $3,700 today. I would actually like to upgrade my current system. I have a Ryzen 5 2600X. I've been looking at some options. I'm considering moving to a Ryzen 7 3800X. Would be a nice little bump in performance. But I've also considered that I could move up to something like a Ryzen 9 5900 or just something up there to ensure that, one, I don't have to upgrade again, and two, that I get a good quality part. But I don't know. I feel like I don't need that much performance. You know? All I'm doing is playing RuneScape, making videos, talking into a microphone, talking to you. So I could probably do this on that Pentium D machine. No, actually, scratch that. I'd probably struggle to even open OBS. That was different instruction sets back then. One of the big killers for old tech is instruction sets over the years. So, over the years, there's been a popular instruction set, popular if you call that, called SSE. And that's been a large killer for old CPUs as generations have progressed. New features, new things, new code, essentially, for your base operating system requires those instruction sets to be available. If you don't have it, then, well, your system just doesn't work. Kind of similar to the TPM or what is it? I think it is trusted processing or platform module or whatever that they're pushing with Windows 11. That would be an example of one. I wonder if I can get my household to buy me this computer. Let's see. Hey Steve, you want to throw in on a computer? Because it can run an AI model. It's only $3,700. He said, "Fuck that." Yeah, I don't blame him. Yeah, puppy. Do you want a personal AI computer? What's it gonna do? Is it gonna feed you on schedule and take you for walks and play with you and tell you to lay down? Actually, I could make it tell you to lay down and ensure that you do so. Yes, that's right. I could make an AI for $3,700 that would ensure that my dog lays down when it says to do so. That's a real possibility. God, I love living in the future. Isn't this great? I need to get on some RuneScape. The madness is starting to get to me. Well, that's been quite an adventure, talking about computers into a microphone for an entire hour and 10 minutes. Never once actually getting on my game here. Or packing the bong, for that matter. I think we're going to walk through that process together. Yeah, puppy. It's like, I know that process. That's the expected process. Ain't nothing getting done without that. And that's life right there. So as I was scrolling the Book of Faces today, I stumbled across a fellow streamer. Shout out to a Mint Mad Cow. It's also from Ohio. Made sure and shared his post, of course. Definitely like your content if you happen to see this. We should meet up sometime. Be that wilderness or IRL. Eventually, I'm just gonna have my own little what is it, RuneFest, but it's gonna be here in the States, right? And it's gonna be Ohio based. It's gonna be all the top RuneScape players come to my house and play RuneScape for a weekend. Actually, no. I think the what was that, EOS or EOA or whatever that Prison Joe was in. I think they beat me to that idea. Yeah, that would be fun though. Just a whole weekend of getting fucked up and playing hardcore RuneScape. Et bon appetit. Fun fact for you, I am Italian. However, my boyfriend loves to tell me that I'm the worst Italian ever. Apparently, liking Olive Garden makes me a fake Italian. I don't know. Let me know what you think. I don't think so. I mean, if I like an Italian restaurant, wouldn't that be evidence of me being Italian? Don't get me wrong, I like the authentic Italian restaurants a lot more. Definitely. Olive Garden's still good, you know. If it wasn't, they wouldn't exist. Alright, I've got an insatiable puppy behind me. So, I'm gonna go ahead and hop off here now that I've finally logged into RuneScape. take him out, come back, and potentially game. There's no guarantee of that, so stick around and find out. Actually, for you, you'll get whatever video is coming next, which hopefully is as entertaining as this was. Bye.